Hello, I'm Claire.
I'm Laura.
And we're going to talk you through the female hormones, or the hormones module of the Functional Kinesiology Practitioner course.
Again, I think this is your signature work.
Thank you. I do too. Mostly because I've had to deal with it personally.
So we look at estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, the big boys, big girls.
Yeah, the big girls.
The big girls that happen in our hormone system that govern so many other things, so many other symptoms within our bodies.
And the modern world is really messing up these hormones because we've got this big situation with the amount of pollution and plastics and cosmetics and toiletries and cleaning products that actually we are creating. We are flooding our bodies with chemicals that create compounds that mimic estrogen. So we're getting to this point where our body is saturated with these fake estrogens. It doesn't know what's going on. It suddenly stops making its own estrogen. It starts making more of other stuff. And we've got this epidemic actually of women with weight problems, with infertility, with
IBS.
PCOS, endometriosis, IBS, bad periods, early menopause, primary ovarian insufficiency is now, really common. We've got loads of people on contraceptive hormones. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. So what we're doing in this module is we're stripping apart all of that, because that just feels like a big foggy cloud. Like you just go, I can't get a grasp on it. And what we do is we just break it all down into really, really simple terms and explain what is going on from those basic levels and why we need to be really aware of things like the pollution and the chemicals and how to make changes so that we're not putting that impact in our body.
It's amazing, and I'm really seeing it with the teenagers that are coming through, that period problems are the norm.
Yeah.
And so what we talk about is we explain the biology of what happens in the female cycle, and then we look at when things start to go weird in the body, and what we can actually do about that.
What else? So
stress is a big part of female hormones, because we talk about in the stress module with the pregnenolone steal, but we look at it from the female hormone side, and particularly like progesterone is our lovely calming hormone that we really need to be able to deal with life in the 21st century. And we're not producing enough of it. And so like Claire said, there is so much estrogenic, the pill, the plastics, the toiletries, and also with the stress, that's going down the progesterone is kind of missing from our cycles. The body is just producing more and more estrogen and causing more and more symptoms.
Yeah, absolutely. So this work is really important. It's really common. We're just constantly getting women in. And as soon as people are saying anything to do with IBS, I'm just not looking at the digestion first of all. I might be looking at, first of all, what they're eating. Are they eating something they're intolerant to? Do they need a digestive aid? But actually, I'm going more in with stress hormones, female hormones, blood sugar hormones. That's where we've got to look to actually fix the symptoms.
Because digestion is like the victim at the end of the chain. And that's the difficulty with other therapies in the medical model, is that it will just, so you've got gastric problems, we're going to put you to a
gastroenterologist.
Absolutely. And we're not going to be looking at the endocrine. So I completely agree.
Yeah. So female hormones, really important, because actually the female hormones don't just affect women. The female hormones are also now starting, to affect men because of this buildup of estrogen that we're getting environmentally. So I actually put obesity down to not just blood sugar instability. Obesity is also a female hormone imbalance in men and women. So we have to be able to understand all of this, that when people are coming into our clinic, we know exactly where we're working.
The other thing that we look at is some of the really key structural techniques.
Yes.
There's something called the Uterine Lift, which is revolutionary, not just for the uterus, but also for the bowels.
Yeah.
We've seen some incredible results with dealing with irritable bowel syndrome and constipation when you get the pelvis in the right alignment. So we bring in all the structural techniques for the female hormones as well.
We do. And we are going to be talking you through the very technical supplements that we use for female hormones. We're going to be talking you on when to refer people back to their GP, but also being able to hold a client's hand to actually ask for things like very specific natural HRTs, which the GPs do have access to. But we're going to be giving you all of the information so that you can empower your clients so they know what they need to ask for. And it's, again, revolutionary, life-changing. We've said that so many times in these videos, but it really is. Like, it really, really is. And I did a really big talk at a menopause conference, and you know, people just go, oh, I'd never looked at it this way. So how the blood sugars impact on female hormones, how the estrogen massively impacts on our immune system and allergies, because with elevated estrogen, we get elevated histamine. With elevated histamine, that's when we're going down the allergies and immune route. So this is really, really important work.
We also look at the importance of the gut and the liver. So the gut is, we talk about it being the victim, but it is the liver that has to process the estrogen, and it's the gut that then has to
So we look at the liver clearing, we look at the gut. So although we have specific modules for digestion and immune, for example, the root cause is often in estrogen. So hopefully by now, watching these videos, you can start to see how we are piecing together functional kinesiology. You get the basics, you get your blood sugars, that then leads on to the stress leads on to the hormones leads on to immune leads on to digestion. So this is how it all starts to fit together in this really beautiful structure.
Oh, that's brilliant.
So that's female hormones.